everyone, welcome back to the channel. We're back here at Fred Bean's Honda in Abington, Pennsylvania. Check out this brand new 2026 Honda HR-V LX. All-wheel drive, Nordic Forest is the color. We have pewter, as they call it, aluminum alloy wheels, cloth interior. Let me know if you're in the market for a value-optioned HR-V. This one priced about $29,500 MSRP. Is this the way you would rock and roll? You can let me know as we go through this crossover SUV. So let's dig in. The front end of this 26 HR-V LX in the Nordic Forest paint, creamy blue color, maybe with little greens popping through. It's a nice looking color. Now, as we come around, we're going to have a full spread of LED lighting up front with the Honda badge in the middle. That smaller front grille, which is actually kind of a nice change because most front grilles now are just wide open. And then we're going to have flat black on the upper and lower part of that front grille with functional side air curtains. Now, as we come around to the wheel and tire package, as the wind's about to lift me up and carry me away, we have a 17-inch pewter aluminum alloy wheel, the Honda badge on the center cap. Wheels are wrapped in Michelin all-season tires. They're Primacies, all-season tires, 215 on the width, a 60 series sidewall 17s, all four corners, all-wheel drive. Moving on out, there is that Nordic Forest paint with the flat black accents around the wheel wells and the door sills, and then, of course, the pewter on the wheels. Now, as we come on in closer, we're going to go with the body color on the side view mirror cap, no LED turn signals, color match front and rear door handle, left side fuel filler cap up top, color matched roof, shark fin antenna, no sunroof. Then as we swing it on over the back, roof spoiler coming off the top, the wiper down below on the glass, and then a full spread of LED lighting across the back of this LX. Honda badge in the center, HR-V over there on the bottom left of the tailgate. Flat black on the rear bumper area with our exhaust tucked up underneath the rear of the vehicle. Under the hood of this 26 HR-V LX is Honda's 2-liter naturally aspirated inline 4-cylinder engine mated to a CVT. 158 horsepower, 138 pound-feet of torque, MPGs, 25 in the city, 30 on the highway, and 27 combined. We're at the back left quarter panel of this HR-V, and it has a 14-gallon gas tank. Honda is using capless technology instead of a gas cap. The minimum octane rating is 87, so you can run this on regular unleaded gas. Before we get into the interior, you're going to want to know, Mike, how much? Well, here we go. Base price 26 HR-V LX all-wheel drive, $27,700. We need to add in $455 for this Nordic Forest paint. Once we add that in, and a destination and delivery charge of $1,395 from Honda's Celaya, Mexico assembly plant, we have a total vehicle MSRP from the factory of $29,550. So let's check out the interior. Starting with the driver door panel, we'll move in closer. We're going to have black soft touch across the top. Then we're going to go hard plastic in and around that brushed aluminum door handle, soft armrest in the light gray with the cross stitch, flat black on your switch gear. And then we do have, I think it's a pretty skinny door pocket. So moving closer to the foot box, large dead pedal brake and accelerator with the floor mats in the rear of the vehicle at this time. Seating wise, you're going to have manual seating for both the driver and the front passenger. And then light gray cloth interior, bolstering, firm but forgiving, headrests, firm but forgiving, and you got to have a bit of an insert design, give it a more contemporary look. Front passenger door panel, same action as the driver. Moving on over to the dash, we're going to have black soft touch, light gray soft touch. Then you have that mesh design into the heat and air vents. Then down below, you have a decent sized glove box. Now, so swing it on over. This is the Honda base 9-inch infotainment screen, wireless CarPlay, Android Auto. We are on our home screen right here. You can push the connect here to go ahead and connect your iPhone or another device. You have your volume button right here. We go back to home, and that's pretty much all she wrote. Now you have your audio sources right here, where you have AM, FM, USB, Bluetooth, Apple CarPlay, Android Auto right there. No Sirius XM. And we can go back. There's your CarPlay Android Auto right there. And then you have your general settings where you can set up your system settings, your device connections, set up your speakers for your audio system, sound volume, rear camera, right? If we hit system, language, date and time, that sort of thing is in there. And then we can come back out. Very, very simple system to use. Now, as we go to reverse, we do have a large backup camera, takes up the whole screen with trajectory, and you do get different views, different trajectory lines, and you have a day mode and a night mode right here where you can maximize brightness or minimize brightness. And then we are back to the beginning. So it's a pretty simple system. As we move down further, more heat and air vents, four-way hazards, push button start in red, which looks pretty cool. Then down further, separate HVAC controls from the screen, which I like. Single zone climate control, no heated seats, no heated steering wheel in the LX. Now, as we come down further, we do have two USB-Cs, wireless charging pad, a couple of cup holders in front of the gear shift, and then our Honda key fob is right here, where we have lock, unlock, pop the tailgate, panic button, Honda badge on the back. Then here is the gear shift with the leather gator to go through the simulated gears of this CVT. Down further, we have our drive modes, which we'll check out when we go through the dash. Hill descent control, electric brake, auto vehicle hold. Then we have a spot underneath that's rubberized to put our phone with a USB-C right there. I do like that setup. And then a soft armrest in light gray. We open it up and we have a much larger area underneath for storage. Honda steering wheel. Well, I have a neoprene soft touch steering wheel with the 10 and 2 notches, the Honda badge on the horn button, round bottom wheel, but I have plenty of room at 5'11" to get in and out of this HRV. It's a nice open and airy passenger cabin in here. Now, flat black on the switchgear. On the left, you're going to have your telephone commands, volume, seat for your music. And then on the right side, you're going to have your adaptive cruise control. No paddles. On the left stalk, you're going to have your headlights, turn signals, high beams. On the right side, windshield wipers. Over here on the left, traction control off. And we do have a manual tilting and telescoping wheel. And then we have this digital instrument cluster on the left side, analog on the right side. So let's check out our drive modes. We have normal, economy, and snow. Hey, a snow mode finally in one of these lower trims, which I do like. And then we go back to normal. So it does have drive modes. Not everybody in your value trim like an LX is going to give you drive mode. So I do like that. And then you have your home button where you can scroll through what you want to have up here. Let's say I want range and fuel. I can put that up there and it spins right around and gives me the action. So very simple to use, but it's very clear. Overhead console, if you want your LED dome lighting to come on and off when you open and close the door, the button that says door is left in the center. So when you open the door, lighting comes on, close the door. Lighting will dim out. No power roof to show you. Framed rear view mirror with manual dimming function. And then our sun visor with vanity, but no light, as you can see. And does it slide? Yes, it does. Getting into the back seat of this HRV, but first the rear door panels where we're going to have hard black plastic all the way down till you get to the light gray soft armrest. I have the seat set for my driving position, so let's hop on in. Now we're going to put our right leg in, duck, twist, left leg in, but it is bigger, right, than some of the other subcompacts as far as being taller. So I think 5'9", 10 and higher may have to duck, but now I got a ton of room for my head, shoulders, and knees here in the back, and I got LED lighting in the roof all the way around. So that is nice for a value priced trim. And then we're looking at no seat pocket behind the driver, cloth all the way down. We have one behind the front passenger. In the back here, we have a place to store your phone. But as you can see, we don't have any rear heat and air vents in the center console, nor do we have connectivity. So now we come to the back seats, and it's the same light gray cloth with that insert design with some cross stitch. They are pretty soft, but no armrest. And I'd like to see an armrest back here. So, You know, give me a USB-C and an armrest, and I'd be happy here in the back of this HRV because it is the LX trim. Getting into the cargo area of the HRV, well, you can pop the tailgate from the key fob, or you come to the back, and there's a button right above the license plate. It's a manual tailgate. You just push it and lift up. With the rear seats up, 24.4 cubic feet of cargo space. In the back of HRV, we do have the carpeted floor mats right here. Underneath this panel, we do have extra storage. Underneath this, we do have tools jack and a spare. So thank you, Honda, for the spare. Then we have some cutouts for some extra storage. We have some LED lighting in the back on either side and a 12 volt, which is really nice in a value-based trim like this LX. And then we can just reach forward and push the button and throw the rear seats down. Of course, the seat belt is going to hold it up, but then down it goes. But now we do have a nice square opening here. So we're looking at 55.1 cubic feet cargo space in the back of this HRV with the rear seats down. Window sticker, here we go. 26 HRV all-wheel drive LX Nordic Forest. What a name. Standard equipment left and right. One option to paint. Total vehicle MSRP, $29,550. MPG estimates, safety rating is not done yet. 45% of the parts made in Mexico, 30% US, Canada. Final assembly Mexico. Engine USA, transmission Mexico. Take it out for a spin. All right, we're out on the road in this 26 HRV LX all-wheel drive. And the seats for base seats, they aren't bad. They feel a bit firm to the touch, but once you sit on them, they feel pretty good actually. So I really can't complain about the quality of the seats here in this HRV. We do have great visibility out all the glass, so no issues there at all as far as that goes. Great visibility out the rear view mirror as well. And we got LED lighting up front and out back for safety as well, which I think is a good value on an LX trim, as well as LED interior lighting all the way around. But you know what? If you're giving me LED interior lighting, can you put a vanity light in the sun visors, please? I mean, I think that's kind of silly not to have that. But you know what? You have manual seats. You don't have heated seats or anything like that. It is an LX. I understand that. It's priced lower. I understand that. But you still get a wireless charging pad and USB-C connectivity, 3 of them up front. So I do like that quite a bit. And people are going to say, oh, 158 horsepower, 138 pound-feet of torque. This vehicle has got like no guts. But you know what? It's an around town runabout. It's a point A to point B car, right? And Honda, at least you're not getting the 1.5 turbo in this car, right? You're getting the 2-liter naturally aspirated inline 4, right? Better reliability out of that engine than the 1.5 turbo, hands down. So, and you're getting all-wheel drive, and you're under 30 grand, MSRP, 29.5. So, you know, I can't fault what they're doing here because, again, it's an economical around-town runabout that's going to hold, you know, a good amount of people, right? Seating for 5, and it's going to hold a good amount of gear, and it's going to get you your errands done and taking the kids to and from school or doing whatever you need to do around town is going to happen. It's going to be no problem. And it takes off okay, you know. It's got a CVT, but the CVT and a Honda CVT is awfully good. So again, with the LX trim, can't fault the CVT here at all. All right, so what do we got? Turning radius is 18.55 feet. And there we go. Right around, no problem. And it takes off. No sweat. Now look, it's not a fast car. Doesn't claim to be. But the handling is light and it's fairly direct. Suspension's well damped, right? Chassis well tuned. No untoward vibrations coming into the passenger cabin from the chassis. $29,500. I think it's a good value buy. I do. Now you can probably get Kia Seltos for a little bit less money than this. I'm going to put that Seltos S video that we did for the 26 model year at the end of this one, in case you want to see what you can get from Korea in a lower end value trim like this LX. But we're going to take off here. We don't have a sport mode, nor should we, in this vehicle, but you got a snow mode, which I do like. And it gets up to speed just fine. And we got an old Honda Element in front of us. Boy, they stopped making those a long time ago. That one's still on the road. That's nice to see. But you know what? It handles fine. Rides down the road fine. It does everything just fine. All right, and that's what this is all about when it comes to value-based trims, right? Get you where you want to go, and it's going to be easy on gas because you can use regular unleaded, 14-gallon gas tank, a little bit larger than the competition, so you can get a little bit more range out of this. But at the end of the day, this is what it's all about. Point A to point B, fairly comfortable, fairly reliable, fairly inexpensive by today's standards, with the average price of a new car going for over $50,000 now in the United States, and this one's $29,500. A good amount below the average transaction price now, which is crazy to think. But you let me know if you are looking for a subcompact SUV. HRV LX $29,500. You're going to go with this, or maybe do you go with the CX-30 from Mazda, which gives you the 6-speed automatic and more horsepower, but it's a smaller package. You'd have to go with the S trim there, or do you go with Seltos from Kia, or do you go with the base Corolla Cross from Toyota? Let me know, put it in the comments. But I do want to thank Fred Beans Honda here in Abington, Pennsylvania, for allowing the channel access to this brand new 2026 Honda HRV LX all-wheel driving Nordic Forest paint for a review today. I'd like to thank all of you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please consider giving it a like. Also, please drop a comment, give it some hype points, get it up in the rankings. That would help me out a lot. And as always, please also consider subscribing. Turn on that notification bell so you never miss another Shabby's Rides video. And I'll see all of you on the rebound. Take care, everyone.